get out of here before that rain catches us up again. Let's get out of here and get up to Geiranger. The plan was simple, a ride from Lom to Geiranger, just under 100 kilometres in a couple of hours. So we'd follow Route 15, turn right at Langvatnet and do the first fifth or so of the Geiranger-Trollstigen route and stay at Geiranger. That was the plan and it went awfully wrong. But anyway, more of that later. First stop, Route 15 and Billingen. We've been following that river for miles and miles and miles, and it's all boulders and white water rapids and everything else. And I just came across this national park entrance, which is the Billingen. We had to stop because it looked so magnificent. Here's everybody, like the roads are empty. That is one of the best roads in Norway, and nobody's on it, and it's not on any tourist routes. That is a fine discovery. So the building there is actually Billingen Pension, and you can stay there, but unfortunately it was all closed, I guess because of coronavirus. But look at the River Torre. It's quite spectacular everywhere you look. So we decided this was a good place for a stop and a leg stretch. Lovely skies, great river, great scenery. That's a pretty good waterfall. I'm well impressed with that. What a marvellous place. And look at the weather compared to this morning. Beautiful sunshine, it's about 20 degrees and we've got this. So when we left Billingen, the weather started to get worse and worse. So I only got this in time lapse, but you can see the scenery, it was very nice. But we're going along Route 15 and I needed to turn right there, but I was focused on these roadworks at the tunnel. That's the right turn that I missed, and I didn't realise until I'd done about another half hour. I should have turned right there, but it was raining so bad I was concentrating on the roadworks, and the guy at the roadworks said I could wait in the tunnel because it was raining so much, so I did, and I sat there and waited for the escort vehicle to come through. There it is, it's coming back on there, and then I worked my way through the network of 3 tunnels, which took me about 40 minutes. And I really didn't want to turn around and go back through them all again. So I thought, oh, Route 258. Let's go up there. That looks like fun. So Route 258 is the Gamle Stynefjellsvegen. It goes back on ourselves to Grotli. But I thought, oh, that'll be okay. 40 minutes going over the top instead of the tunnels. Great fun. Well, here we are on the 258. This is the way back to Grotli, which is the wrong way, but because I took the wrong turning out the tunnel. But what a treat to find this place. Look at it. We've got glaciers and snow and ice and crystal clear waterfalls. That was not funny. I'm going along at 60 k's and the bloody road turns to clay. And that got very hairy very quickly. That pond over there is frozen. Well, it might be very wet and slippy and potholed, but I can't miss this scenery. Look at it, it's just amazing. And we start getting into corners now, and every time we go around one to a different lake, there's rainbows. There's some pretty dodgy sections with sharp rocks and drops, but we get through that and we start heading down towards Grutley. The road's still pretty rough here, but wait, what's this? That looks like tarmac! Hooray! Tarmac! Tarmac! Poor old Wilbur! Look at the state of him! Poor old Wilbur! Good job I put the off-road tyres on before we came. Yep. Avon Roadmaster. And Avon safety mileage. Perfect for off-road. With that done, we're through Grotley and we're back onto the Route 15 heading northwest. And this time I'm going to make sure I don't miss the Geiranger Trollstigen Road turn-off. There we are. We're back on it. Down towards Geiranger now. So this is the Geiranger Trollstigen Road, another one of our scenic routes. So this is the start of it, and that scenery looks like it's a backdrop. It looks like somebody's painted that. It was pretty amazing, but as you can see, it was just getting wetter and wetter the further up we were going here. There's a few hardy bikers out. That was good to see though, and all the bikers generally tended to wave. This is just coming down into Geiranger now, and we'll just have a quick look down the valley, but you can see I was so wet. I wasn't cold, but I was soaked. So I decided the first campsite I went past, I was going to stop and I was going to get myself a hut. It was Vingy Camping. Here it is, and I booked myself into that smart little cabin. I know what you're thinking. This is not the tent, Richard. No, that's it. I called it a day. Today was just mad, it was too much and getting lost, and I was expecting to be in this area at 3 o'clock and it was 6 o'clock. So I said, no, that's it. I'm going to go find camping and I'm going to book a cabin. But I'm dry, I'm clean, my clothes are dry because I stuck them in the tumble dryer. We got the cabin, I've got some beef burgers and I've got some spare bread buns from the stuff I bought this morning, so I thought that's tea sorted. So I'll have a full belly, I'm warm, I'm dry, all my gear's dry. Right, cooking. Man cooking. I just took the approach of pressing all the buttons several times in various different orders, and eventually I got the light on and the fan on together. How about that? And no instruction book in sight. Yes, I got into a knot with everything earlier because the batteries went flat on the GoPro. It wouldn't charge because I think it had water in the socket. All the GoPro batteries were flat. I couldn't charge them while I was moving, so that was that. So this is Geiranger, the town. The big hotels down the bottom there that takes all the cruise ships, of which there are none because this is the top of the fjord, and of course this is 2020. There's no cruise ships. There's a massive waterfall at the side of the site there. If you can see that, we're going to have a look at that later if we can, if I get tea sorted out. But anyway, we're booked in for 2 nights. There's some places here I want to visit. I was going to do it this afternoon, I never got time. I'll do it tomorrow, and I will pick and choose my times between the weather. So as campsites go, it's pretty scenic, and because it's not right down at fjord level, you get the nice view down the fjord to the town. There you can see all the little camping huts there. Well, cheers to sit down here with some hot food and a local beer. Warm, dry, bike gear sorted, and a plan for tomorrow. That's not so bad. Let's talk about today and what we did. Obviously we're heading north-ish again. I'm making far slower progress than I ever thought I would. Well, that Route 15, in my view, is one of the best roads that we've done. It's not even on the scenic routes. It's where the waterfall was, of course, that we visited too. I can't believe that it's not advertised as a scenic route. There was basically no traffic. Good road surfaces. We ran alongside the rivers and the fjords for ages. But that Route 15, of course, then led us to the Gamle Stynefjellsvegen. I mean, frozen lakes and the snow, the glaciers, just amazing. But if you are going to do that route, like seriously think about it and make sure you're prepared. I wasn't fully prepared at the beginning, but I would be again. I'm going to give that one. Now, the problem is, like, it's like a 9 for scenery, but it's a 2 for road condition. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to score that one. I think I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to go slightly above halfway there. The reason I've booked 2 nights here is in Geiranger is that there's things I wanted to do here. We went past it earlier, but the camera had given up just before Snibbe, which is at 1500 meters, is the highest fjord lookout that you can get to by road in Norway, or in the world anyway, I think. And we'll go and have a look there and see what it's all about. It is completely going to be weather dependent. We seem to get about an hour or 2 of absolute just torrential rain that soaks everything through, and then you get about an hour where it's okay. Thank you for watching. Join us next time. We'll have more amazing scenery, I am sure. So next time we're at Geiranger Fjord. We take the twisty road all the way up to Snibbe. We go to the lookout and we see a lot of cloud and a lot of rain, but we do find a brass plaque. Wilbur leaves a little rainbow everywhere he goes. Well, we'll just pretend that wasn't us. Must have been a Ford park there. We find the Geiranger chocolate shop. It's rude not to head in. It was delicious. We walked the waterfall trail that runs all the way down the side of the mountain to the fjord. There's some pretty spectacular waterfalls on this trail. It's only about 2 kilometres long, but there's lots of steps and there's a walkway. It's very nice. We talk to a squirrel. I stick on the ultimate motorbike suit and then jump on a rib boat and get exfoliated as we blast up the fjord. We see the Seven Sisters waterfalls. The dog also gets exfoliated, the poor chap. We get great views of the fjord from the water. And at one point we end up in a waterfall. Poor Wilbur's chain's giving me worries as well. It's not looking good. All that and more next time on Wilbur's Arctic Adventure.